on yes.
What is going on, everybody? How's everyone going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. Sorry I haven't been posting or anything. I haven't been active. I did my back a couple weeks ago and I've just been recovering. Yeah, I do apologize, but I am back and thank you for still watching my videos and subscribing and everything like that while I've been away. Yeah, we're back. I'm trying to get this car ready for the track day in 2 weeks. Or something like that. Yeah, around 2 weeks. I've been ordering a lot of parts and stuff because, I mean, what else do you do when you're in bed, can't move? Hopefully they come in time. I'm really hoping it does because I really need them for the track. But in saying that, today I am taking out my fuel injectors because I'm getting them cleaned and having a flow test on them on Tuesday. So I'm going to take them out. I've never done it before on the Z, so yeah. It'll be interesting. Pretty sure I have to take off a whole bunch of stuff. That's gonna be fun. Have to take off all my intakes and everything like that. Should be fun. Haven't worked in my car in a while. I just have to replace this B-pillar cover because, yeah, it's not. Anyways, let's get to these fuel injectors. And let's see if this is gonna be a bitch of a job. Let's get started. Also, it's gonna be freaking hot today. Right now, it's 28 degrees Celsius and it's gonna be a high of 33 Celsius in about a few hours. So I'm gonna try to get this smashed out before it gets to then because I really don't want to get heat stroke. The first thing you need to do is I would disconnect the battery just because we have to take off like some wires and like harnesses and everything like that. Just to be safe, disconnect the battery and then take off the strut bar, take off this cover. Yeah, that's where we'll start and I will kind of guide you guys through what I know. Yeah, hopefully it's straightforward. It should be straightforward. So I'm just gonna disconnect the battery. If you guys don't know, it should be a 10mm nut on there. Just take it off. And then after that, I'm gonna start on the strut bar and the engine cover and we should be good from there. Took off the cover for the two nuts up near the windshield for the strut bar. This is the cover that goes up here like that. Now you want to take off these three, same on the other side, and those two up there. I can't remember what size they are. Dang, 14. These are 14mm nuts and bolts all around here. You just want to take that off and then the whole strut bar comes off. And just like that, it's off. We out, boys. First part is done. That's the strut bar and the engine cover. Now it exposes pretty much everything. Exposes the intake manifold, throttle bodies, all these like harnesses and hoses you need to take off. So pretty much everything that is attached to this upper manifold you need to take off. All these small lines and hoses. This here, see at the back here, there's all these clips for wires. There's all these brackets. I'll probably take off the intakes off first, especially for these Allen key bolts. I'll go ahead and remove these clamps. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I lost a nut already. Yeah, it's on my undershroud. That's fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got. Nah, I'm joking. So I loosened up my intakes just so I could get to these Allen key nuts easier, especially this one back here. If you guys have long tube intakes or anything like that, pretty much any intake, even the stock air intakes, it'll be easier to take them off if you want to just take off the tubing. Trust me, it'll make your life easier. I really need to get that nut. As soon as it dropped, I knew it was either I'm not going to hear it drop and I'll never find it again, or just wait until I hear it drop and then I know where it is. The next step is to take off throttle bodies here and then go to the outside of the manifold to see what's hooked onto it, and then take the manifold off, and then the injectors should be there. Hopefully the injectors aren't too shit to work with and too hard to take out. The Allen keys for the bodies are number 5 or a 5mm. Hopefully it's not a bit to take off, because these are either really hard to take off or really easy to take off. So oh, these are scary taking them off. One side is off. Just gotta move on to this side here. Make sure you don't kink in anything, because there's coolant lines going into the body. Yeah, it's very scary taking these off because they literally snap open, they crack open, and you think you have snapped something but you haven't. They're just on really, really tight. But let's move on to this one. Oh! Oh! Oh, almost lost it. Almost lost it. It is getting hot. I just took off both bodies. Just gonna go around the outside of the plenum, see what's attached and connected, and take them off. We'll gain access to the injectors and see what we're dealing with and working with. You don't actually have to take off that harness there. It just comes off in one assembly. That's the coolant lines there. So far so good. So far not that hard. Let's get on to taking everything off the outside. Yeah, should be fun. I'm hanging the GoPro up on these latches here upside down to get a nice little visual of the engine bay. Came clutch. Alright, so I took off pretty much everything. Mostly all the bolts and nuts are at 10mm. Pretty much all you need, except these head bolts here, and also these nuts that have like these studs on them. They're 12mm. This should just come off. Should just, yep. Just like that. And that's what it pretty much reveals. The lower intake manifold, these are the fuel lines here, and the injectors are just on the bottom. We're going to have to take off both fuel lines, fuel rails, take off this high pressure fuel, I don't know what this is called, but yeah, this is like a high pressure. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I'll show you guys. This is the lower intake manifold, fuel rails there. This is what I'm talking about. This is a high pressure, so when you disconnect that, it's going to spray fuel everywhere. So just make sure you have a rag and everything. Make sure this is covered so nothing goes into it. Yeah, that's pretty much the hard part, I think. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's see how these fuel rails come off and how these injectors come off. I don't know, I'm sweating, it's getting hot. I'm ready for a shower. Let's get this done. Almost finished, we're like halfway there. We are back. GoPro just died, so I've been doing nothing. So where were we? Let's put down all the rags to cover the intake holes. just in case something does fall in, and yeah, that's goodbye engine. So yeah, you don't want to do that. I cleaned up a little bit. Just make sure if you do clean up, don't wipe anything over the holes or wipe anything into the holes. Push everything onto the outside, because pretty common sense. But the fun part and messy part, I'm going to take off this fuel rail, well, both fuel rails. It looks like there's only a few bolts on there, so there's one at the back here, one at the front here, and then just these clips that holds all the wires onto the fuel rail. We'll take that off, and then I think I'll take this off last to see if I actually need to take it off, because that's a high pressure fuel line and I don't really want to be smelling like fuel for the next day or so. Just gonna unbolt everything. Pretty sure that's like a 12 mil. They are a 12 mil. Bolts to the fuel rail is a 12 mil. To remove these clips, you pretty much push down. There's a little gap in them, so you push down on them and then you just pretty much slide them off, just like that. I think there's another one at the back here. I'm gonna have to take off this high pressure line there. Pretty sure this is 10 mil. Yep. What you're gonna need is a whole bunch of rags. That's pretty much all I can say, is a whole bunch of rags. Yeah, just make sure you cover everything. Alright, let's go. This high pressure fuel line does not want to come out, so I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so I finally got it. I only sprayed out just a little bit. I'm pretty happy about that. Now, this fuel rail should just come out. Be careful because there's still a little bit of fuel. Soak that up so I don't spill it everywhere. Should be fine. It should just come out. Those are the 6 injectors. As you can see, mine are really gunky and dirty, and yeah, they really need to be cleaned and see how they are working. Just hope and pray these injectors are good to go when they're cleaned and when they're flow tested and everything like that. I'm trying to take these injectors out. I'll show you guys how to do them. Pretty simple. Let's take these injectors out and inspect them one by one. Then I'm going to take them to a workshop on Tuesday. I'm going to clean them, have the test done, and make sure they're working all good. With these injectors, the injectors are upside down at the moment, and so there's just these plugs here that plug into the side of the injector, and then underneath here is just this clip that you snap off, or like you take off, and then the injector should just pop out. So it should be really easy. Let's get these out. So I'll try to show you guys as best as I can. I'm just going to take this first one out. I'm just going to take these clips off.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. So that's one out. You are most likely going to be smelling like fuel after this. It doesn't really matter what way you take it off. If you want to take this plug off first, so you can take it off by hand. This plug as well, and so there's a little tab there. You just push that down and then push it out of the plug, just like that, and then you twist and pull, and the injector comes out. So that's the injector there. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. There's no cracks. The seal is still pretty good, so these should still be alright to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. So I took all the injectors off, all of them, and just put them in this bucket here. I'm just gonna inspect them and clean them up a little bit before I heads off to the workshop. Yeah, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. A pretty straightforward job. Yeah, you do smell like fuel afterwards, so that's a bonus. All in all, everything went good. Injectors are out. Just gonna get a rag and just cover those injector holes. Alright, sweet. So the car is just gonna sit like this for pretty much like 2 to 3 days. Tell you guys the reason why I'm getting these injectors all cleaned and everything like that. One is because my fuel economy has gone to crap, gone pretty bad. So I think the injectors might be spraying either more or irregular sprays, so that might be a problem. Also, the car feels like it's lost power, which is kind of another symptom of you need to get your injectors checked out and cleaned. Yeah, that's why I'm getting mine cleaned. Hopefully this changes everything. Well, not changes everything, but kind of improves, especially for the track day and for just daily driving. So, alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to check in with you guys and show you guys how to take out your injectors. These injectors are going to get cleaned in a few days. Show you guys how to reinstall the injectors as well when all that's all done. As always guys, thank you so much for watching the video and supporting the video. If you guys haven't already, please smash that like button and smash that subscribe button while you're there. And if you guys have any questions or anything, hit me up on my Instagram. It'll be in the description down below. And also, I appreciate all your support. Thanks for watching all my videos and everything like that. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.